Tower Companies is a three-generation family development company specializing in real estate development in the Washington, D.C. area. We build apartment buildings, office parks, shopping centers, shopping malls, hotels, industrial. When we started building green buildings 12, 14 years ago, we knew we had to go beyond what the norm was in real estate. If you just do what everyone else does, you will not excel, you will not differentiate, you will not become market leaders. You'll be the same as everyone else and offer the same products. So how do you differentiate? You differentiate by creating environments that make people excel. And we look at everything we do as the norm is not good enough. And when we built this building, the motto we picked for this building was going beyond green, because we need to do more than just the material level of a building to really elevate the creative experience. I learned Transcendental Meditation 35 years ago, and I was really taken to TM and decided to learn TM because of the scientific research. Then there were only 16 studies, but they were very impressive, and it really represented everything I wanted to grow in my life. Now there are over 600 studies produced by must be 30 or 40 countries and hundreds of institutions, including the US government National Institute of Health. And what I noticed is that creativity was really a product of the stillness of the mind, the quiet of the mind. The quieter the mind, the more coherent the mind. The more coherent, the more intuitive. The more intuitive, the more flexible. And I thought, I don't know anyone who couldn't use that. Hi, Rory.
Hi, Jeffrey. How are you?
Rory, has DeLucchi been paying that extra money?
It's only been 1 month. When I joined Tower, Jeffrey introduced to me the concept of TM, and he thought, and I agreed, that there'd be a great opportunity for all the Tower employees to learn how to meditate, and it just worked out great for us. My health checkups have never been better. I have a history in my family of high blood pressure and high cholesterol and other kind of blood pressure things, and they're just perfect now. My doctor can't believe how perfect they are, and in fact I just had a checkup 2 weeks ago, and my wife can't even believe it because I don't eat as well as I should, but my body's in great shape, and I've never felt better. I have a brother out in San Francisco that I see every few years, and each year I see him, he thinks I'm looking younger. And of course, I don't know what he's talking about, but so you definitely, you feel it, you feel relaxed, and you feel energized. It's just amazing.
I was interested, but I think very cautious about it, because like anybody, I think when you're working with your family or you're doing things that your family does, for me anyway, I'm less inclined to get involved with something like that. But there were many, many people within the organization who had been meditating for a long time and were very positive about their experiences. And so I decided that I was interested in trying it. My work environment is very hectic, and there are a million things that are always going on at any given time. And so I find for myself, I can get very caught up in sort of the madness of all of those things. And what I really need to do is kind of come back into myself, quiet my mind a little bit so that I can focus. I mean, if you have, let's say, 20 things going on in your head all at once, and there's no way to sort of organize that, it feels very frenetic. And I spend a lot of energy for a very little bit of output. There's a pretty famous business phrase, and it's work smarter, not harder. And I think that that is really what meditation has done for me.
TM has helped so much with my job, as before there was never enough time, it seemed like, to get everything done in one day. Now that I've been practicing TM, it's your mind's so clear when you're looking at a problem that the problem isn't that severe anymore, and it's very easily solved, and you move on to the next one.
It clears my mind. It gives me the ability to not only focus, but prioritize what I have to do. 20 minutes, twice a day, results in an extra 2 hours a day. I don't even know how you measure it, but it is measurable. The amount of work that you can get done and get done the right way the first time